All right, welcome to the show, everybody. We got the bed cam going right now. This is the official bed cam. So I'm still in Washington, D.C. I'm not back in New York. So my official studio is nowhere in sight. I felt too lazy to set up a nice, cutesy little backdrop for the show. So instead, I decided, let me split the difference. Let me not just do no video of me, but not do a super professional video. Why don't I just prop a camera up in this bitch and put it on me while I'm in bed, and so this way you can see me, but I'm also just comfy as hell. So that's exactly what's going on right now. I know it's kind of weird. The camera's at a weird angle. I'm not going to keep turning to look at it because that's also a lot of work. So instead, I'm just going to look at the screen and go through the show, and you guys will get a nice little side profile while I'm laying in bed. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he wearing pants? That is an answer I will not divulge. You're going to have to leave that up to your imagination. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I would say we'll see, but we're not going to see. You're never going to know. Maybe I have pants on. Maybe I don't. But just know, if I do or don't, I'm still super duper comfy. And that's always a benefit. That's always a bonus. Because then, look, you put on a good ass show when you're comfy, when you're relaxed. I could probably talk for like 7 hours just sitting in this position because it's the most comfy I've ever been while doing a show. Anyway. All right, so got a lot of stuff for you guys that we'll dive into today. We got some new spy leaks that came out about Vladimir Putin, and he may be super duper sick, so we'll talk about that. I also have a Texas pastor who is basically saying outright that he's for Christian nationalism, but what makes it interesting is that this guy was Donald Trump's pastor. So he was close with the White House. He had been to the White House a number of times. And it's sort of indicative of this broader trend in the Republican Party. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, many others have sort of embraced the idea of like, yeah, we're not going to hide it anymore. We're actually for Christian nationalism. We have Charlie Kirk calling for bailing out the psycho QAnon nut who attacked Paul Pelosi. Herschel Walker shoves his foot in his mouth yet again on the campaign trail. And then later on, I have a video of a mass school shooting victim's father directly confronting the school shooter. I haven't seen the video yet, but I saw the tweet that had the video, and I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be something." So let's check that out together. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. So look, right up front, what I'll say about this story is the source is so the Daily Mail. Look, sometimes they get to stories before mainstream media and they're correct. It's kind of like a tabloidy type outlet, right? But then other times they're just wrong. So take it with a massive grain of salt. But having said that, after I read through the article, I thought it was interesting enough to present to you guys, and you guys can make up your own mind. So they say Vladimir Putin does have Parkinson's and pancreatic cancer. Leaked Kremlin spy documents claim. Leaked emails allegedly claim Putin has been diagnosed with Parkinson's. Spy documents say the Russian leader is stuffed with heavy steroids. Rumors about his ill health have been circulating for many months. Vladimir Putin does have early-stage Parkinson's disease and pancreatic cancer. Bombshell leaked spy documents have reportedly claimed. So there's another part of this article where they don't say pancreatic cancer, they say prostate cancer. And that's either just a typo or two different stories that we get, which sort of undermines the entire argument that he has cancer. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of the Parkinson's, there's actually video evidence. And we talked about this relatively recently. And so I think you'll see one of the videos a little later on, or like a GIF later on in this article of just how uncontrollably he shakes from time to time, like in public view. They say the Russian leader has been plagued with rumors about his ill health for months, and he has regularly appeared twitching and unsteady in public. Claims about his alleged illnesses have been circulating among opposition figures, but have always been rubbished by the Kremlin. That's a great term. This is a British newspaper, so they always say things like that. It's been rubbished by the Kremlin. But now emails from a Russian intelligence source appear to confirm the 70-year-old has been diagnosed with cancer and Parkinson's, according to The Sun. The leaked documents allegedly read, I can confirm he has been diagnosed with early-stage Parkinson's, but it's already progressing. This fact will be denied in every possible way and hidden. So, they say that you can see here, there's some marks on his hands, and that's indicative of an IV treatment that had gone in. Interesting. They continue, Putin is regularly stuffed with all kinds of heavy steroids and innovative pain-killing injections to stop the spread of pancreatic cancer he was recently diagnosed with. It not only causes a lot of pain, Putin has a state of puffiness of the face and other side effects, including memory lapses. See, now this is interesting because, he definitely looks puffier than he used to look, but, that could just be aging, and I gotta be honest, I think he looks better now than he did when he was like this little-ass twig boy with like a skeleton face. But it could still be indicative of like some health problems either way. In his close circle, there are rumors that in addition to pancreatic cancer, which is gradually spreading, Putin also has prostate cancer. Oh shit. Okay, so I misread that earlier. Apparently, I thought they'd just contradict themselves and said prostate cancer. I didn't remember they said both. So he might have both, which means it's spreading, which would mean it's terminal and he doesn't have long to go. The tyrant was recently spotted with apparent track marks from an IV treatment. We already talked about that. Telegram channel General SVR has long been pushing the claims that Putin is suffering from cancer and Parkinson's. Last week, it reported that the despot's relatives are concerned about coughing fits, constant nausea, and a lack of appetite after he allegedly underwent a medical examination. His circle is worried that his thinness and persistent cough is becoming noticeable and will be seen by elites in Russia as a sign of the leader's rapidly deteriorating health. Despite appearing considerably bloated and puffy in the face, the Russian president has lost 18 pounds in recent months, said the channel, which purports to have sources inside the Kremlin. Ever since Putin ordered his military forces to invade Ukraine on February 24th, rumors have been swirling about the state of his health. So what you're seeing right here, this picture right here is interesting, and we talked about this previously, but notice how Putin is grabbing onto the side of the table and grasping it. That's something that you do if you have Parkinson's to try to stop shaking. You hold on to something and hold on to it tightly. And so, the argument is that's exactly what he's doing here, and there's other instances of him doing the same thing and other instances of him in public just sort of shaking uncontrollably. So here he is again doing it. You can see Putin's legs twitch maniacally as Russian brainwashes school children. Okay, so watch this video. This is like the little GIF thing I was talking about. Watch. Look at his legs. Look at his legs. Look at his arm. Look at his hands. I mean, I guess you can make the argument he's just sort of like a little antsy or something. Or maybe he had too much caffeine or too much Adderall or whatever other sort of drugs they're filling him up with. But, I mean, even for somebody who's got like a cocaine twitch going, this is a little over the top for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. Look at this video and you guys tell me. Anyway, all right, so let's continue here. Again, another meeting with a different person grabbing the side of the table. It wasn't like a one-off thing. It's, he keeps doing it. He has been seen uncontrollably shaking, gripping tables and chairs for support, and appeared bloated and ill at ease. Ill at ease, huh? The president has also frequently disappeared from public eye for weeks at a time in recent years amid rumors he is undergoing surgery. Over the summer, the Russian president was pictured awkwardly swatting mosquitoes from his face with one arm while the other hung limply by his side. I don't know. I'd have to see that video to see if it's weird, but that doesn't sound all that weird. Similarly, at a huge Victory Day parade in Moscow in May, the now 70-year-old autocrat appeared to walk with a limp and had a blanket over his lap, while in April he was seen gripping a table in a televised meeting with his defense minister Sergei Shoigu. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov also quashed any health rumors about Putin as nothing but fakes. General SVR channel has long claimed that Putin is suffering from abdominal cancer. Okay, so what the fuck? How many different kinds of cancers does he have? Jesus. Parkinson's disease and schizoaffective disorder. Its claims cannot be verified, but was among the first to report in advance the shape of Putin's recent mobilization strategy. Yeah, see, that's the reason why I'm presenting this to you, because Daily Mail sometimes wildly misses, and other times they're just right and ahead of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That often happens with tabloidy shit, and a lot of their sources came from this exact outlet that they're talking about. The channel is reportedly authored by an exiled Kremlin lieutenant general known by the alias Viktor Mikhailovich. Now, look, you might look at that and say, that sounds kind of QAnon-y to me, but the claims aren't as insane as QAnon. QAnon makes insane claims, right? Trump's going to be back in office and it's going to be this date, or, whatever. You guys know the deal with QAnon. About, they take something that has a grain of truth in it, like Jeffrey Epstein, and he's the CEO of Elite Sex Crimes Incorporated. They take something like that, and then they just go further with it. Like, Pizzagate was real, and not only is there, like, child sex trafficking, it's also, they're Satanists. They support Lucifer. They worship Lucifer. They rape the kids. They drink their blood. It just keeps going, and it's not true. This stuff, they've made no super outlandish claims, you know, or at least that I know of, that I've seen. Meanwhile, in Ukraine today, Russia ordered the evacuation of tens of thousands of civilians in Ukraine, raising fears of a massive escalation of war. Now, this is another little gem I had to share with you about this, because, there's all these little things happening on the ground that are super yikesy, like Iran's told all of their civilians to get the fuck out of Ukraine. Some other country did it as well. And, the fear is, what's going on here? Are they setting this up for some sort of a nuclear attack, chemical weapons attack? Like, what, some sort of weapon of mass destruction, dirty nuclear bomb, as some say? Like, what exactly is going to happen? Why are you ordering the evacuation of tens of thousands of civilians? Up to 70,000 residents in the Russian-controlled eastern bank of the Dnipro, sorry, I suck at pronunciation, river in Kherson have been told to flee their homes because of imminent danger. The region's Kremlin-backed leader warned Ukraine is preparing to detonate a dirty bomb or carry out a missile strike on the nearby hydroelectric station to deliberately flood the area. Yeah, so this is like the information warfare going on back and forth, right? If there's an attack by Russia in Ukraine, Russia's going to say Ukraine attacked themselves, and vice versa. Like, you know, the same thing happened. Like, we all know what happened with the Nord Stream 2 pipeline and how fucking confusing that was, and trying to figure out who did it, and we still don't know, and the evidence seems contradictory, and, like, this stuff is going to happen all over the place because it's a war. It's not just a war, it's an information war as well. So anyway, you guys get the gist of it here. This is wild stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think of it? Do you think, yeah, he has cancer and Parkinson's? Do you think, yeah, he has Parkinson's but no cancer? Or do you think it's all basically fake news? I don't know the answer, but I've seen, a lot of talk about it, and they've been early to some other stories, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. I'll let you guys decide. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.